Well, good evening, everyone. I hope that you all are having a great day. Here we are, day number 10 of going live. I'm excited about that. Yesterday, just for a quick recap, we talked about having support systems, and I still kind of want to stay there for a little bit. I just want to talk a little bit more about the support systems as it relates to the components of it. And I also at the end, and I'll put it in the post as well, some emergency numbers that you can kind of keep in your information base, wherever you store your information, and just have it available, even if it is for someone else. I think it's pretty important that we have those emergency numbers, even if it's just to pass on to other people. And I tend to keep something on me, like on my person, in my purse, or little things when I myself go to different places where veterans are seen at. I try to grab a couple of pens. I have one right here that has an emergency number on it. They have also the refrigerator magnets. I usually keep something like that available, even if it's just to pass out, because I do minister to the homeless, and oftentimes, many of them are veterans. So I just try to do as much as I can to kind of keep them informed, make sure that they know they have a number to call. Even if they just want to text, they can go to a website from their phone, and they can text back and forth with someone who has the skills, who has the training to be able to speak with them and help them process what they are feeling or what they may be going through, in hopes to help them not make a permanent decision over something that they temporarily felt in the moment. So I think that's pretty important. So anyway, let's jump in a little bit, because I don't want to be on long. I still got some other food prep that I want to do to make my time cooking tomorrow to be as short as possible and as seamless as possible. So I want to do that. I'm excited about it. Y'all already know. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the components of a business support system. And as I was thinking about it and kind of working through it, there are some areas in my own business where I have not gotten to the level of this particular business support system components. But I do want to share it, because as my business grows, I have every intention and plan on putting certain things in place for employees, for team members, for managers, for other leaders, because I want to make sure that I am not just focusing on what I want the business to do or where I want the business to go, but I want to make sure that we're not just doing well as a business, but that the people are doing well. So that's kind of one of my things that I'm very, very cognizant of. I'm very very intentional about making sure that people are cared for and people are taken care of, as much as internal support. You have your internal support. Of course, this is dealing with your leadership and your management. You have your team and your teams and your colleagues. You have your processes and your infrastructure, and that internal support is what helps kind of keep the operations flowing in the way that they should be flowing, streamlining the workflow, making sure that communication is clear, that the channels are clear communication channels, and that communication is not just one way, but that it is communication that is active, communication that is understood by the person communicating as well as the person who is receiving, and vice versa. And making sure that tools perhaps that you may be using in your business, that they're effective. Because sometimes we can keep doing certain things because they worked okay, but there is a more excellent way. And sometimes we have to adjust the tools, adjust the things that we're doing to kind of make things better, make things flow in a more seamless way, and making sure that in it all, leaders are taken care of, teams are taken care of, and whatever processes that we have in place, they are effective. The second component after your internal support is your external support. And I think this part is very important because oftentimes, especially for smaller companies or even solopreneurs, we can sometimes really lean in on that external support. We're leaning in on different networks, associations, all these different things to help us get the best practices and help us put things in place to make sure that we're not turning our wheels, so to speak, and we're not wasting time, but we are managing time well and being effective at whatever it is we do. So that external support that comes from professional networks is very important. And the second one is one that's near and dear to me, that external support that comes from advisors and coaches. I don't think I've ever realized how important and how much an advisor and a coach can give you speed in areas that you've been kind of moving along step by step, but those advisors help you see things from a different vantage point. Those coaches help bring out of you what's in you. Those coaches can help, and I know because I am a coach as well, trained and certified coach, that we can coach you around obstacles. We can coach you into clarity. And so I think that this piece of external support is extremely important. We can offer those insights, strategies, frameworks, how to get things done, and as well as give you feedback, advice, and keep you accountable, hold you accountable. That part is so important. It's so important. Even with my own coach, I would tell her the different things that I wanted to do. And instead of her just saying, wow, that's great, wow, she will hold me accountable. So the next time we meet, she would remind me, well, this is what you were going to accomplish on this week or in the next couple of weeks or in that month. How is that coming? And I think it's so important that we hold ourselves accountable, and that we allow those advisors and those coaches to help us stay accountable as well. Along with that external support of professional networks, mentors, and coaches, there's also vendors and partners. I know at one time, a lot of the merch that I have for my business, I would have to go externally to get this stuff created, to get it made, because I don't have a warehouse where we're doing this kind of stuff. But those external vendors and partners, they become a reliable external collaboration. They contribute to the operational success. So I think that external support is really important as well, to keep operations going, to keep the flow of the business, to keep things moving in a forward direction and not backwards. Another component is your technical tools, like whatever systems you use, whatever software you use. If you don't have it, it makes things easier when you use it. Doing things manually is probably going to be the slowest and most tedious way to get things done. Not saying that is wrong. It is not wrong. It's just there are some systems and some technology and tools that you could perhaps use in your business that's going to help things move a little faster, help you retain and make notes and be able to pull records when you need to pull records, be able to get things together for your accountant, getting things